Hello, thanks for joining me for another review. Right, today we're going up to Oslo in Norway, and from the Amundsen Bryggeri, and this is their Dagger. It's a, what are they calling this, a modern day IPA. Cracking artwork, of course. So this is the fourth beer from this brewery I've reviewed, but yeah, the artwork is absolutely fantastic. It's coming in at 6.5% ABV and 75 IBUs by all accounts. This has a best before date of the 18th of May of 2018. I'm reviewing this on the, well, now it's the early hours of the 1st of September of 2017. September already. Scary stuff. I've got quite a few reviews before this, so I don't know when this is going to be posted. Maybe mid to late September, who knows. This is a 330ml can. It's one of them 360 tops to this beer. Often gives a massive pop as soon as you crack it open, so listen out for it. Yeah, it's like a big bang going off. And the beer in this one, there was a slight spray as soon as you open the top of the can, but it's literally right to the very brim of the can, so you're properly getting your money's worth. This is part of Beer 52's box for, I believe it's August. I'm already picking up some aromas already, but we'll elaborate on that in a sec. I'm trying to pour this quickly because it's so far to the top of the can. It's one of them kind of jolt pours, just to, once you get it past that point where you know you're fine. I'm leaving like maybe a finger's of worth of beer in the can. So beer in the glass then, it's a very kind of strawy looking coloured beer. For a 6.5% ABV IPA, it's not it's not kind of what I was expecting by the appearance. I was expecting a little bit more of a kind of a darker kind of malt looking beer, if that makes sense. Let's give it a swirl. So very straw coloured, more like a session IPA in appearance, or a pale ale, not a 6.5% ABV IPA. But let's get an aroma on it anyway, and we'll reserve judgment on until we've tried the beer on the palate. So this is the aroma. So very kind of lemony, straw, kind of grainy. The aroma is very much more in the kind of style of a pale ale, not a 6.5% ABV IPA. I'm just trying to work out what's going on there. I'm looking at photos on Untapped compared to this can, and yeah, it's the same beer. Sometimes a lot of people they post beers on Untapped for the wrong beer, but yeah. Anyway, back to the aroma. Fruit salady, very kind of light, lemony, almost lemon curd. Slight zestiness to it, maybe a little bit of passion fruit, very kind of light stone fruit, peach. But yeah, very kind of subdued for the style of beer they're creating. So that's just the aroma. So let's crack on with the taste. Cheers. I'm just going to pour the rest of this in and give it another taste. On that taste alone, before I get to any kind of sediment in the can, it's a can conditioned beer, I'm pretty sure of that, just by looking at the haziness already. So it's a can conditioned beer. One more taste and I'll give that a little evaluation before I pour the rest of the can in. It's a little bit thin for me. You're not picking up any kind of ABV, so that's a good quality. But taste profile and the hop profile is a little bit lacking so far. Maybe it will change when I pour the rest of this can in. Let's just do that now and see what we get. I mean, every palate is different as well. Don't take my word for any kind of beer I review, please. Because there's plenty of real expert beer reviewers out there. I personally don't class myself as one of those guys. I'm just reviewing this off my own personal palate. Everyone's got a personal, kind of take on a beer. I'm just giving you my kind of version, of this beer. So yeah, so please don't take any of my reviews whatsoever. I'm like 700 and whatever it is now beer reviews. It's probably the time you see this, it could be 740, 50 or whatever it is. It matters not one thing. You could have had more beers than me and not be a beer reviewer. It really doesn't matter. It's all down to your own personal taste. But I still appreciate you watching. Cheers. So, beer in the glass, up to the top, down to the bottom, because that's where all the juicy bits are. Get that little bit in there. Right, have a go. It's a little bit more juicy. There's a slight bit more sweet, bitter balance going on there. It's a little bit better. A burp. I'm just trying to work out when it's going to come up. There. Excuse me. So, as for a general rating of this individual beer on my individual palate, it's not the worst beer I've ever had for an IPA, but it's by no stretch, Peter, a beer that's, it's not, as they say in other beer reviews, it's not blowing my hair back. Well, I've got many, not that I've got many hairs, or blowing my socks off that I don't wear. It's decent without being outstanding, so I'm going to give that a 7 out of 10. If I saw this in a bar anywhere, it's very highly unlikely, or in a bottle shop, but if I did see it, I'd definitely buy it again. So take from that what you will. You may like it more than what I'm giving this kind of like a rating of this beer. You may think it's worse than what I'm giving it. Whatever. Everyone is different. I've had a beer tonight, as you can probably guess, but I'm a little bit more honest. A little bit more honest. I'm very honest anyway, but I really go straight into what I really do think about a beer sometimes when I've had a beer. A waffle, basically. That's why it equals waffle. So anyway, I'm rambling on. If you've had this beer from the Amundsen Bryggeri out of Oslo in Norway, and this is their Cloak and Dagger, Ink and Dagger, Cloak and Dagger. It's their modern day IPA, coming at 6.5% and 75 IBUs. Not picking any of the IBUs or the ABV up at all. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I hate saying that shit all the time, but I feel like someone, a short guy in the West Country. Anyway, thanks for watching then, and I'll see you on the next review. Cheers.